But no matter what I do, there's always a cat, and it wafts, eh? Love it. Love it. Go on in. Yeah, out of the way. Right, we're going to do a video on a Tanuki. Check it out. Thought I'd talk about Tanuki style. It's been a big thing for my bonsai life, I suppose. It's a funny thing. It's not always accepted, but you can have so much fun. So it's all down to just having a bit of fun, a bit of creativity, and you learn so much because you're using material that doesn't cost a fortune. You're out and about sourcing dead wood. It's just an all-round good aspect to bonsaiing. I've really enjoyed it over the years, and I've always kind of been a little bit wary of showing trees that you've made, as a Tanuki, because you get a lot of criticism regardless whether it's a Tanuki. But I think if you take the right approach, i.e. enjoy it, have a bit of fun, and don't really care what anybody else says, you can get some really stunning results. As I say, this is just a bog standard squamata bought from a garden centre. It was less than 20 quid, I think. It was in a 5 litre pot. I kept it in a 5 litre pot for 2 years. Did a little bit of pruning on it, and I knew I was going to do a Tanuki with it. I just knew, because I already had the deadwood. I collected a load of deadwood, and I knew that I needed plants to eventually amalgamate a nice tree. So I let it grow for 2 years, and I let it grow very leggy, very long, because I knew that I didn't need lower branches. I didn't need loads of tertiary, small, fine, individual stuff, because I knew it needed to be wrapped. Everything was on the ends. Everything was all on the ends of the branches, and I think that's important. If you decide to do a Tanuki style, the material that you use, you do need to prep it. You don't always. I mean, you can get away with it, but I found it does help. It helps in the initial styling, and it gives you a little bit more freedom, and you don't feel so bad chopping things off when you're doing it. It is what it is when you put it together. So, as I say, this is just a bog standard squamata. The deadwood itself is actually a root. It's a root off a sequoia, a redwood. It was a tree that had fell not far from where I lived, and I used to walk through the woods often, and I'd see the base of this tree all exposed, all the roots exposed where the tree had fallen over. And as the weather rinsed the soil off the roots over the months, over the years, I could see that the roots that were there were really interesting. So I decided to sneak out with a chainsaw, and I collected a load of it. So I've got a couple with the same root off the same tree. As I say, it's off a sequoia, and I find it's really good. It's so hard. It is solid. It's great stuff to work with. It hasn't rotted. I have sealed the underneath. I used some industrial sealant to seal the base because obviously that's under the soil. But even so, it's not rotted. It looks a bit green, which it is. It's just algae. I think water's collecting here. I think it's running off this wire and tracking and dripping. That's what this line is. You can see it. It looks like it's rotted, but it's not. It is solid. It just needs cleaning up. Something did boring here. I think it was a beetle or something. But I don't mind that. Carry on. Beetles are in the garden. Carry on. Bore into this. I don't want them boring into my trees. I don't want them into live tissue. If they want to bore into this, let them carry on. So yeah, I think it's quite a nice example. I say not everybody's keen on Tanuki style. You see it as a bit of a cheat, but it's nothing to do with the real bonsai world, I don't think. I think it's to do with having fun, experimenting, and just, you know, pushing the boundaries of yourself. And it doesn't cost a lot of money, so if you make mistakes, you know, that's how you learn. So yeah, I really enjoy Tanuki style, and I've got a couple more outside in the garden. I've got what I call the fat one. That's a alpine blue star juniper. So it's kind of halfway between the squamata and the procumbens. So it's slightly bigger than the procumbens, but it's called the blue star because it produces, when you snip them, you get this beautiful blue, almost like this. You get that blue star. But it's on a root again, but it's fat. That's why I call it the fat one. This root is overly exaggerated. It was a very extreme Tanuki, but as I say, it's fun. It's good fun. Just enjoy it. As I say, I mean, for what it costs, it's brilliant. Also, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Thank the 3 people that have subscribed to my channel. I don't ask anybody to subscribe or to comment or to like. I'm not doing these videos for that. I'm not really fussed on how many views I get. I do bonsai every day, as anybody would appreciate. When you do bonsai and you've got a large collection, it is a daily thing. And I've done it for years, and I thought, well, I'm doing it every day, why not video what I'm doing? Just a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun for me. I do appreciate people watching it, and it inspires people, and that's the whole idea. So yeah, don't subscribe, don't like, and don't comment, because I won't answer. Have yourselves a good one. Thank you very much.